Hey, this is ASpengler, and this is episode 19 of building the Cologne Cathedral in Lego. Last week we worked on the middle section for the most part, worked on the roof sections, or the little overhang things that go over the windows. So this area right up here, and did that for both sides of this middle area. So that was the big thing that gave us the height. Also put some middle supports in there, but it gave us the height that it's gonna go up, and then the roof's gonna go right on top of there. So this section's fairly close to being done. Just need to do these edge sections, but once that happens, built up these side areas so it would meet up with the front, and then I did lots of stained glass work. So all this stuff that you see on either side, did all that, plus then got started on a few of the corners. Just made sure everything was ready for the next level. So with all that stained glass now complete, except for the big one in the center, it's time to work on some like the corner things, the frames for the windows. And so that's going to be the big thing that we're going to be doing this segment, working on the frames, working on these columns, and just getting it up to the next level here. Probably we'll get started on the center glass piece, but for the most part I want to get these sections built up, mirror it to this side as well, and then we'll get started on here, and then we'll have a good cutoff portion here. That should bring this up to the level where it is at the roof height, and then once we're at the roof height we can start off on the towers, and we'll be pretty far along by then. So once we get roof height, it'll be pretty tall. And after that, the only thing the front will need will be the roof and the tower. So very far along, and then we probably could get started on some other sections as well. But before we get ahead of ourselves, you gotta go ahead and get started on the window frames. On a side note, earlier this week I came out with another video on my custom T26. So if you're interested in my Lego tanks, or just Lego tanks in general, you can check that video out. And with that, we'll go ahead and stop talking and get working. Okay guys, come back after some work. You saw a decent amount of it in the time lapses. So I worked on the frame pieces quite a bit. I worked on I guess these are also part of the frame, but the more decorative bits on there. And then I also worked on building up these column pieces a little bit more. So it was a good amount of work, but not quite as much as I would have hoped for, but this is what we have for now. So we did both sides. I did not get to the center window in this segment, but all of the columns went up about this much, and so we did that for all 4 of those, plus the ones on the sides, and then did all the frames, these bits here, and so that's how it's turned out so far. Some things that I'm finding at this project's taking a lot more pieces than I was originally planning on. So if you look right here, already running low on pieces again, so we'll have to order more, but I don't know how much funds I have to order too many more, so the project might be getting delayed a little bit more. But in the next like 3-4 weeks, I will be going back to school, so that break might come anyways. I might have enough time and money to get one more order out, and then by that time I'll be going back to school. So this project's gonna be delayed again, because we're like over 50% done, but there's still a decent amount that still needs to get done. I haven't even started at the far back, so this will probably take another couple months to get done. But there's just a quick update. This area is going by pretty fast. If I have the parts, then I should be able to complete it in a good amount of time, but we'll just see if I have enough money for the parts, just because it's going to take quite a bit more, just because it's a really big building. And so I can see how far I can get with what I have. I have a lot of the stained glass stuff, so I can make a lot of the windows ahead of time, but just building up these columns takes quite a few pieces. The buttresses take a decent amount, so I have the stuff for the windows, but when it comes to all the other stuff that you kind of need to build alongside of it, I don't have those parts as much. I could get started on the roof. I should have a decent amount of those parts, so that probably will be something that you see happening. But we'll see how far I can stretch these parts. I probably could a decent amount further. I can get that front window done and just build these areas up to how tall they need to be, and then I might be able to get started on the next layer of windows that are at the top, but I don't know if I'll be able to get the columns to follow up as well, so we'll see in the coming weeks how that's gonna go. I'll see if I have enough money on hand to order some more pieces, but we will have to see on that. So this is how far we've been doing so far. So most likely next segment we'll get this done, get these worked up to their tops so we could get a good cutoff point. Yes, this will be where I'm gonna cut it off, and then we'll have the towers be removable. So that's the plan for that. It's already pretty heavy, but I've just decided to go to the tower height, where the towers individually start, and then we'll just have 2 separate towers that can come off. But that'll probably be the big plan for next week. Also can get some more work done in this area here and complete the edges on there as well. So there's still a lot of stuff that needs to get done, but since I might not be able to get as many parts in as fast, I might work on other side projects some tutorial videos, get more. I've been doing a lot of the vehicle builds you saw the previous two, or the T70 and now the T26, but so I'll try to get some more of those out. So there might be more focus on those coming up in the next couple weeks, but we'll see what we can do for the cathedral. I've already scrapped quite a few of my Lego sets, so there's not as many parts there that I can salvage, but we'll see in the long run. So with that, go ahead and end out the segment. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.